Two. We're back. Look who it is. Paul Ramirez. Great to see you, Paul. How you been,
Likewise. Man? I'm doing okay.
You look
trying to keep myself, I don't know, somewhat occupied while sheltering in place.
Mm-hmm. How is the hair doing? Because you've always had a mighty mane, and now no haircuts going on. I mean, how's it feeling? How's it flowing?
That hasn't changed. I haven't had a haircut in years. So.
Oh, jeez, man, I love it. I love it. Well, you look and sound great on the stream. So if you want to jam some songs, I'd love to hear them, man.
All right. Well, how have you been?
I've been good, dude. I've been good. I've just been hanging out. And I don't know if you caught the beginning part of the show, but I've been into restoring old vintage guitars. That's been my thing. So I got, I got this old.
I saw you playing with that Flying V, right?
Flying V. That was pretty funny. This thing is tiny. But I guess like if you're gonna play a Flying V, you don't want like a full body Flying V because it's kind of use it for one song, right? You don't rock the entire thing. So I got that, and then I got a Teisco guitar, which is this old Japanese guitar from the 1970s. It kind of looks like a Fender Stratocaster, but with a weird whammy bar. And that's been it, man. I've been same as you, trying to just stay busy, trying to not stay bored, and my hair is getting freaking way too long. It's crazy. I'm gonna go to when they finally open these stores, they're gonna have like I'm gonna go in there and they're gonna need like 5 or 6 people to like hedgehog it or hedge cut it down to I don't know, whatever. Do you have the song though, so I could stop rambling?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. All right, Paul Ramirez, everybody.
All right, so this is I've played this one before, but it's been a while since I've played this, so figured I'll do it again. This one's called Idle Symphony. Another day goes by and my routine repeats itself again. There are things that I can do without. Wish I could fly, wish I could find a simple purpose in this ever-changing, ever-growing sea. I want something I am purpose, so that this is not another idle symphony. On a Sunday, I schedule for the week, it does its very moment. dreams it through, and I am still alive. Wish I could find a simple purpose in this ever changing, ever growing sea. Maybe I want something find that purpose, so that this is not another idle symphony. Not another idle symphony.
Yeah, man. You don't know how good it felt to hear that song again. I haven't seen that one in a while. It was great.
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah, you've been doing all the smules and everything. So Paul's a master of the mashup, and that's the new crown you can wear. You've been doing those. Tell us about the impetus of those and why you've been going. What number are you on of those, by the way? I think the last one I saw was Milli Vanilli, right?
Okay, so all right, so I don't do any mashups. Smule is a karaoke app, and you can either jump on somebody else's song and they have lyrics on the screen as you go, or what I do when I make those special videos, there's an option to do a freestyle song, which is it's just you. There's nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And so I record one part, and then I'd re-record it to make sure there's no lag, because that might throw the sound off with the picture. And then after I'm done with one part, I have to wait until it's finished uploading, I guess, and then I get a notification, okay, the recording's done. Then I record another part on top of that, and then so on and so forth. I record a part, I wait. So those videos take several hours to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to deal with lag.
Mm-hmm.
So when you played something and you thought you did it perfectly, and then I watch it on my phone, it's like, uh-oh, something's not right. Because the sound and the picture have to sync in order for it to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not in sync, then you're going to be re-recording on something that the timing is off. And so the Milli Vanilli, that one didn't take as long as I thought it would.
Okay.
But I did a couple of other ones. I did a Pearl Jam song. That one, it took maybe, I want to say 3 hours to do.
Which Pearl Jam song?
Given to Fly.
Oh, right. Okay. And my buddy Eric would love that. He has to go check that out. Okay, what else? And you did In Sync too?
Yeah, I did an In Sync. The In Sync song that I did, of course, I had to do like one of the hardest songs that I think a boy band would have, and it was all a cappella.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to challenge my vocal range to do that. And that one, I did the song I Thought She Knew, and that took, I want to say, roughly 7 hours to finish. Because I had to record 5 parts, but I also had to make damn sure that I stayed in tune. And so, in particular, when I said challenging my vocal range,
yeah,
I had to do like the bass vocal part for that. And
you had to do Chris Kirkpatrick's part?
Is he the one that was doing the low parts? Or
I have no idea. That just popped into my head.
Honestly, I don't know which person sings what, with the exception of Justin Timberlake and JC, because they're the main singers.
JT and JC fan back in the day, huh? I see you, Paul. I see you there in the corner.
Hey, I like all music. I look for the good in all genres, and I've never covered a boy band song ever, whether it be live or whatnot. So I
Mhm.
figured, you know what? I got nothing but time. This song's pretty catchy, but it was also kind of difficult. So I thought, what the hell? I'll do it. And 7 hours later, and it was finally done. And all the Smule videos that I like are on my YouTube channel. So if you go to the Paul Ramirez music channel on YouTube, the you could find my Smule playlist. And but yeah, that NSYNC song, like like I said, when people say boy bands are trash, it's like, you know what? Try to do one yourself,
Mhm.
and like just see the kind of work that goes into it. Um,
I knew that
it's,
back in the day. I remember when NSYNC first came out. I mean, we're roughly the same age, so it's like when it came out, it was everybody was crapping all over it. The TRL was all the rage, so you would be shoved that NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears all the time. And I remember thinking, everyone would be like making fun of it, and I would listen to them sing, and then I would like as a kid picture them in the recording studio like Elvis, when he's sweating over the guitar take after take and getting that perfect sound and everything. And then I'd picture them as like little kids, you sing that damn harmony right, you get another whip, boy. And it's like the craziest thing to see and then now to listen back to and then to hear you take that on. It's a lot of work. How
oh,
was your voice
I
after? Did you
think
need some tea?
I'm sorry.
I said, did you need some tea after your vocal warm up?
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. As far as vocal warm up, so like,
What were you gonna
well,
say?
you gotta. Well, okay. So when it comes to the boy bands, I
Mhm.
think they get a lot of slack because they try to fit the mold of what their overlords are trying to make them do. And
Mhm.
so you have somebody who like they have a singing voice,
Mhm.
but then somebody says, "Okay, sing it different." So instead of saying like, for example, "You gotta be me," and then someone's like, "No, sing it differently." You gotta be me. That kind of stuff. I think is what people really hate, and I
Yeah.
personally hate, which is why I do that particular song.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so I chose a song of theirs that, oh wow, they're actually singing like normal people, and so that's what I did.
That's a good point. Okay,
Um,
where can we find that those videos again one more time, Paul?
you can go on. Well, if you have the Smule app, you can go. You can go on the Smule app and look for the Chi Bear. That's my name on the Smule.
T-Bear.
Or if, everybody has a YouTube account now, so
Mhm.
just look for the Paul Ramirez music channel. All the videos that I like that I've done, they're on there. So there's a Bannerman playlist
Oh, nice.
where my band has stuff. And then there's other playlists too, like my random collaborations. There's a playlist called Hufflepuff where there was a short-lived group that we did '90s tribute songs, and we only did
So cool.
show. But the one common thread that we all had was that we were all Hufflepuffs. Like we took the Pottermore test. It was
Oh.
like
Mhm.
by the way you answered questions, okay, I'm a Hufflepuff. I'm like, all right, hell yeah, because Hufflepuffs are awesome. Um,
Wait, so what if somebody got
the Hufflepuff.
Slytherin or another, Gryffindor? Were they out of the
Here's the thing:
band?
Hufflepuff loves everybody. So if you're not a Hufflepuff, you can still perform with the Hufflepuffs because hey, we're all cool. So,
But you looked at
but yeah,
those other people, those muggles as like with watchful eyes. You're like, just not quite Hufflepuff enough for the band.
well, like I said, that Hufflepuff playlist on my YouTube channel, it's like all the people on stage were Hufflepuffs.
Mhm.
Um,
Thanks for clarifying.
but yeah, and then there's also a Smule playlist where all my Smule videos, whether it be the freestyle collabs, or you might see me with somebody else on there too. And like I said, the Smule is a karaoke app, so you pre-record your parts and then they jump in, and vice versa. And so I have some videos on there where like some of these people are from God knows where. I mean, I don't
Mhm.
know them, but I jumped on one of theirs or they jumped on one of mine. But like, you know, I liked what I heard, and So yeah, so I
Do you think
there's a
it'd
lot of
be
good singers out there.
yeah? Do you think it'd be apt to call you the Smule King of Chicago, Paul?
No, that goes to one of my other buddies. His name's Alex.
Somebody Smules more than
He
you?
has Alex has more than. Well, let's just put it this way. I'm by far not the Smule King of Chicago.
Maybe one day.
Later on, when I have time, I'll copy my buddy's link and I'll put it up, and you'll see what I mean. And then you can compare that to mine, where he has maybe over 1,000 followers on Smule, and I have maybe 100.
Mm-hmm.
He has probably 5 or 6 times more videos than I do. He's pretty active on that.
Well, that's awesome, Paul.
So, like I said, he's the Smule King of Chicago, not me.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
we're gonna call you the Smule Prince.
How about? Nah, you just call me Paul. Yeah.
You don't want to be affiliated with any sponsorship of any kind. You're your own man. I understand.
Well, I mean, not unless they're paying me. You know,
good
it's like
point.
nobody's paying me to do Smule. I pay to do Smule. You know, you should be paying me.
Yeah,
but whatever. You know.
You know, I used to pay for my Smule, and it brought me on, took me to the streets. Lived there for 4 years every day. Give me more Smule. I need more Smule. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you see how crazy everybody's getting with this Corona thing, Paul?
I see enough stuff on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people are getting kind of crazy. And
but you're hanging in there?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. You know, I think I'd like to think that I still have my wits about me. Mm-hmm. So.
You do. You definitely have your wits and your voice, my friend. You sounded great.
Thanks.
Well, thanks for joining us, Paul. It was a pleasure seeing you, my friend, and it's a pleasure hanging out. Unless, do you have a second one, or do you got to split? I hate keeping people. That's the only thing.
You know, I mean, if there's other people waiting, you know,
there's
by
no
all
one
means,
waiting.
You know,
no one. Here, how
Nobody.
about no one? How about I play a song and then you stick around and you play one? All right, sweet. So let me get this one. You kind of inspired me, Paul. With a little 90s pop.
All right.
I think I did it again. Would you believe more than just friends? Oh, baby, it might seem like a crush. Doesn't mean I don't know the melody of this song. 'Cause I lose all my senses. That is just so typically me. Oh, baby, oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oh, baby, oops, you think I'm in love, but I'm sent from above. No, I'm not that innocent. You see, my problem is this: I'm dreaming away, wishing that heroes truly exist. Smash cut to the bridge, and I lose all my senses. That's just so typically me. Baby, oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Baby, oops, you think I'm in love, but I'm sent from above. I'm not that Paul Ramirez. I was trying to somehow latch you into that song, and that was a weak transition, but I finished it up. Yeah, thanks. Can you hear these sound effects, Paul? You can? Okay, good. All right, so that was my go. You know, it's so funny because you think you have those songs chambered in your brain somewhere for all eternity, and then you like look at the verse, and I was like, how does that verse go? The verses to the song. I just remember, "Ooh, baby, baby, oops, you think I'm like I there's teeny pieces of songs that I used to know and love, and now I have no idea what they are anymore. Never forget that one, "The Wild World" by Cat Stevens. So what do you got for us, Paul?
I don't know. What do you want? Original, cover?
I would like a cover. I usually always say
All right.
original. I always say original. But I want, can you give me a newer Paul Ramirez cover? Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what? I take it back. No, I take it back. I take it back. I had my mindset in like a different perspective. I forgot who I was talking to for a second. Paul, you can literally play anything. I forgot about your repertoire. My apologies. Go right ahead.
Well, I mean, we got nothing but time, and there's nobody waiting, right?
True.
Is there anybody else want to jump on?
Let me see if anybody wants to jump on. Hello! Does anybody want to jump on out there in internet world? No one? Oh, okay. You take it away, Paul.
Bastard. All right. What's one I haven't done in a while?
Bowie, Michael Jackson. Macy Gray.
How about the Guess Who?
Oh, yeah.
How about the Guess Who?
That works.
Because Canadians are awesome.
Yes, they are.
All right. All right. His eyes cry so many nights for you. His arms long to hold you again. The hurting's on me, yeah. I won't ever be free, no, no. Made a promise to me, yeah. You broke it, you broke it. These eyes watched her bring my world to an end. This heart can't assume or pretend. Hurting's on me, yeah. I won't ever be free, no, no. Made a vow with me, yeah. You spoke it, spoke it. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, and I'm never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, and I'm never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, and I'm never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes cry so many nights for you. These arms long to hold you again. Hurting's on me, yeah. I won't ever be free, no, no. Made a promise to me, yeah. You broke it, you broke it. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, and I'm never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, and I'm never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, and I'm never gonna see another one like I had with you.
Sweet, man. I was jamming with you. These eyes. I was, do you remember Michael Soren Kane?
Maybe.
He's the guy with the tambourine at the open mic.
Yeah.
Like Bill's open
I
mic.
think so.
He played that song the other night, and we watched the Superbad scene together. It was so good. My brain always goes to that thing. It's so funny.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was. But that was a good cover, man. These eyes.
Thanks.
Okay, so I got another one for you. I'll just keep it going. Little round robin. This one is by Randy Newman. That's his name, right? Yep, Randy Newman. That's right. And I played it a bunch of times, and it's a great song, but I love practicing and keeping it sharp because when I do musicians on call, it's great to bust this one out because it's always a crowd favorite. So here we go. It's called You've Got a Friend in Me. Shit. I just learned this today. And then bum, bum, bum. There we go. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, just remember what Michael said. Oh, you've got a friend in me. 'Cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles, well, I got them too. And there isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, we can see it through. Well, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Some folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, maybe. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, girl. Well, as the years go by, well, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Come on, Paul. You got a friend in me. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's an old favorite, an old classic. And a damn frickin' fire song. Am I right? Ow. I mean, of all songs that rock about friendship, it's like, oh, God, I'm knocking at everything over here. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, Mr. Microphone. But yeah, if you think about just friendship songs, You Got a Friend in Me. There's just the two of us. There is Why Can't We Be Friends by War. There is I Love You, I Love Me by Barney. But that one is the top. You Got a Friend in Me from Toy
What about
Story.
the James Taylor? The
What?
James Taylor song. The James Taylor song.
The song he wrote about a peanut butter jelly sandwich?
No, no. When it comes to friendship songs, you know,
I don't. To be honest, I don't really know that much James Taylor. That I skip him.
Something. I can't remember the words.
Sounds like a beautiful song. I can't believe I missed that one on the old 8-track.
I wish I knew it. I wish I knew it. If I knew it, I'd play it. But I think it's called "You Got a Friend."
Okay, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
You know, him and Jackson Browne are two guys that I just totally like went over, and I never ever listened to them. I don't know why, because I feel like I would have liked both of them.
Jackson Browne has some good songs. I
Okay.
like him.
James,
I think I did a cover with my buddy. You can find it on my YouTube channel. My buddy David, he and I did. It was the first of what I hoped would be many of like. I was trying to start a thing called like Cross Cover Chicago or something, where two people from two different bands collaborate on the song, and then we both advertise each other's bands on our web pages. You know, so
yeah,
like
it seems like a good idea.
you know, my band is the Bannerman, so he would promote the Bannerman on his, and then his band was Dozen Paces, and I would promote his band on my page.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was hoping to bring community. You know,
Yeah.
Like you know, I got busy, and I've had a lot of other people that say, "Hey, I want to jump on this," and so by the time it's like, all right, I think I have enough time to actually focus on doing that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, you know, this happens, and now like I can't do this, you know, unless we do it via Smule, you know, which is why like I make, you know, which is why these videos, like not only it's like, okay, I like doing it, but it's like, okay, guys, Smule is really meant for collaboration. It wasn't meant for what I'm doing it for, even though I'm sure that's a secondary purpose.
Yeah.
But the main purpose for Smule was for two random people to collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really the only way I could think of, because I don't have the software to edit videos. You know, the Smule app just kind of does it for me. You know.
Yeah. So other musicians can join you on the Smule. So we would reach out to you at Shy Bear on Smule to find you. Is that the best way?
Yeah. If you have the app, you know, we'll follow each other. Then I'll invite you to a private collaboration.
That sounds pretty cool, man. Especially if you're a musician who's bored and just like looking for somebody to jam with. Me.
Yeah. Like I said, you know, I don't have the software to edit videos to make something cool, but the Smule does, and so yeah.
I hear you. Hey, quickly before we get going, we got Ryan Shea who said, "Oh, not mine." Ryan Shea said, "It was You Got a Friend in Me. Or, You've Got a Friend. You were right."
Yep.
And then,
yep.
And he also asked me
like
to learn.
Friendship song.
Mm-hmm. And he asked me to learn the Gypsy Kings cover of "You've Got a Friend in Me." Done and done. I've got it, Ryan. Hey to everybody who's watching. We got David Ray, we got Deb Hammer, Lawrence, good to see you. We've got Brian, Adam, Siriaco, Jared Ames, Maria Jose, and Kevin. Thanks all for watching and hanging out. Paul, it's your turn to play, right?
Sure, unless somebody else wants to jump in. I mean, I could do another one.
Yeah, let's see. Anybody else want to jump in? There were crickets going on, if you couldn't hear it.
All right. Well, I think I got enough juice in my phone to do another one, so I'll do another one.
Sweet. Let's hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Ramirez. Oh, God. I changed the... Hold on. Let me get you... Yeah. That's more fitting. Gotta remember.
All right. Let's do... It's been a while since I've done this one. All right, let's do some Who, because I like the Who. It's from Quadrophenia. You've seen me do it. I've done it at Bill's. All right. Only love can make it rain. The way a peach is kissed by the sea. Only love can make it rain. Like the sweat of lovers laying in the fields. Oh, rain on me. Oh, rain on me. Rain on me. Rain on me. Only love can bring the rain that makes you yearn to the sky. Only love can bring the rain that falls like tears from on high. Oh, rain on me. Oh, rain on me. Rain on me. Rain on me. On a dry and dusty road, the nights they stand apart alone. I need to get back home to cool, cool rain. I can't sleep and I lay and I think the night is hot and black as ink. Oh God, I need a drink of cool, cool rain. Rain on me. Rain on me. Rain on me. Rain on me.
Hot diggity damn. Paul, you have some fans in the audience now. Ryan Shea, who is the most kick-ass sax player in all of Chicago, and he does wear that badge with pride. He plays with the Blue Olives at the House of Blues. Just said that you've got some range, brother.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, you do, man. I remember we were talking about showstoppers, and Paul, you are a showstopper. I always love when people like you would come to the open mic because you would shake up the place, and I'm like, God damn, finally. So, man, and I remember hearing that song probably for the first time, and I was just like blown away. It's crazy. It's crazy. I remember when, do you remember I was dating a girl and she was she was like your number one fan. And still to this day, I should think she might be because those pipes, man. When was the first time you were starting to sing and you're like, you know what? I want to sing loud and I want to sing like powerful. Do you remember that first few times when you were growing up? Was it in church choir? Was it in school?
The first time I really started taking singing more seriously was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was in choir, and I got along well with my teacher, Mr. Gregerman. If you're out there, hi.
Gregerman?
He yeah, Dan Gregerman. He was my choir teacher in high
Hey,
school.
I'm a fan of all mans because I'm a Haida man. So Gregor man, you got it. Go ahead, Paul.
And so he suggested I take voice lessons, which I did. And you know, when I took voice lessons, like I was pretty much just at the mercy of my teacher, right?
Mhm.
Like I was still trying to find my way when it comes to music. And so it's like when I was singing in the choir in high schools, like I would do whatever we were doing at the time. So it could be some kind of pop song, some kind of classical Italian song,
Mhm.
and then but I was singing with a group, and so like I kind of knew how to find my place. And then I took voice lessons, and that's where I really found my range.
Mhm.
But like not just vocally, but also just like in musical taste,
Mhm.
because I was doing a lot of different things. So like I would be singing like some Italian stuff. I'd be doing a lot of songs from musical theater, and then like just singing those kinds of songs. It's like you really need to worry about intonation, breath control,
Mhm.
pronunciation, and like that's where I really found my voice, and that's where I knew like, hey, I could probably do this. Um, and I didn't really start taking music seriously until, unfortunately, I was in my 30s by the time.
Mhm. No,
I
I
wish
hear
I
you,
got
man.
to it a lot sooner.
I hear you. I was right there with you, and it's bizarre to think that I waited so long. And you're so right about the focus it takes because I don't think I was able to comprehend like singing and like having your range and working on your breath. Like it all, like I would just see people sing, and I'm like, no, no, you're supposed to just be able to sing. It's like a God given talent. You're just supposed to do it. But now, as I'm learning that I'm not right about everything, like I see like the range of your voice is so important, and I always try to differ from that. But now I'm finding that if you can keep it in that little ballpark, and your songs will sound so much more better, and you won't kill your throat. So that's it. But you don't think
Well,
of it as like a young singer songwriter, right?
well, let's put it this way: when it comes to vocal training, it's not just about finding your wheelhouse, but trying to expand on what you have.
Hmm.
So, you know, I'm a natural tenor, but if I need to, I can get fairly low in the baritone range. Um, but like, really, it's just about technique. I mean, just like your voice is an instrument, just like a guitar is, just like a
Yeah.
piano is. And fine tuning every now and then.
Hmm.
And I'll just say this: I have the same vocal range in my late 30s as I did in my late teens. And that's because of vocal training. You know,
Wow.
and I guess when it comes to just like singing in front of people with an instrument, with a band, you know, I'm gonna. Oh gosh, it's it sounds funny, but it's absolutely true. Half of what you do when you're singing should be listening,
Hmm.
and when you know how to
Wow.
truly listen, that's where you can keep yourself on point. You know, and also,
True.
like I said, don't be afraid to jump out of your wheelhouse. When it comes to vocal range, and just what are capos for, right? It's like
Exactly.
you can
Exactly.
train yourself up. It's like you can play a song in like a simple, a regular, like let's say in the, I don't know, whatever key, right?
Hmm.
You're used to playing a song in that particular key. If you want to challenge yourself, take it a half step down. If you feel you need to work on your low end, take it a half step down and then sing. And
Exactly.
then when you feel comfortable, take it another half step down and sing. And then, lo and behold, oh wow, I could sing like a Josh Groban instead of, a Barry Gibb. um,
That's exactly right. And then Smule actually helps you with your voice. So if you want to go and do that, you should check that out too. Hey, Paul, speaking of that, you inspired me again, and I wanted to play a little game for our last two songs, if that's all right. Shoot, you were. I also was going to think of something else, but I'm blanking on it now. Anyway, so the game is, you mentioned you learned a lot of your singing from musical theater. I also learned most of my singing from musical theater. Believe it or not, I used to do musical theater. There's a lot that I used to do. And that was my one true love, was singing. Still to this day, like I even work out to show tunes sometimes. I don't even sometimes there's great songs. So I'm going to play the first song that I thought of when you were speaking. And then I want you to think of the first musical theater song to play on your guitar. It doesn't have to be long after I get done with this one, okay?
All right.
Okay. And I want you to guess this one, okay? At the end. At the end. Here we go. Oh, my nose just started to really itch. Okay. I'm ready. Going back to high school. Here we go. F it. You know what? Speaking of that capo, remember how we were talking about it? Just use. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew every time I think I have a great idea in my head, it always turns to shit. So let's do it one more time. Maybe far away, or maybe real nearby. He may be pouring her coffee. She may be straightening his tie. Maybe in a house, oh, hidden by a hill. She's sitting playing piano. He's sitting paying a bill. Bet you they're young. Bet you they're smart. Maybe they collect things like ashtrays and art. Maybe they're good, why shouldn't they be? Their one mistake was giving up me. So maybe now it's time, or maybe now when I wake, there'll be there calling me baby. Maybe. One more verse, Paul. Make it through. Bet you bet you that souls. Maybe they've made me a closet of clothes. Maybe they're stripped and straight as a line. Don't really care as long as they're mine. So maybe now his prayer is the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your mic? Oh, maybe, whoa, all right, Paul. The $1 million question: what was the name and musical that I just played?
See, I don't know.
You had to take a guess. Okay, I was singing about it was from a young girl's perspective. She was singing about maybe her mom and dad that left her would come back to her maybe one day, maybe tomorrow will come back.
Okay.
So what was it? And nice job, man. All right, do you got one for us? I just had to go back. I love that song. I don't care who knows it. It's a sweet-ass song.
All right, just to clear things up, though, I only sang musical theater when I was doing voice lessons, and I was never really in a play. I only sang during recitals.
Yeah, do not. What are you trying to do here? Make me look like a dork? Oh my gosh!
No,
just wear the badge of pride, man. Musical theater for life.
Well, I didn't. Okay, in my defense, I didn't have time to be.
You have nothing to defend. I'm not attacking you. Musical theater rules, man.
I was busy with other things, but yeah, I agree with you.
Playing football with the jocks, Giving me wedgies
Why
and swirlies.
Well, actually, I was a football player in high school. So
You son of a.
But no, like I appreciate musical theater. Is what I'm saying.
Paul,
like I sang that stuff.
I'm gonna kick you right in the nuts when I see you the next time because of all your hate on Annie. Thought that'd be a great song to play. Memories of the. Look at this. Yeah, Ryan Shea put it correctly. He goes, "Look at this. It's a hard knock life, Mike. It is. It is." All right, I'll stop giving you shit.
All right, let's see if I could do this one. I was really hoping I would be able to do this like with people, but because of the shelter in place, I really can't. So let's see if I can do it justice. All right, this is. I'm not gonna. Well, you'll know it when I start. 525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights and sunsets, in midnights and cups of coffee, in inches and miles and laughter and strife. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in a life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. 500 minutes, 525,000 journeys to plan, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man? In truths that she learned, or in times that she cried, in bridges she burned, or the way that she died. Celebrate number years in the life of friends. Oh, you got to remember the love. Give love. Measure your life in
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
That requires an ensemble.
That was. I saw I saw when you were fading out of it a little bit, and then you flew right back into the song and the vibe of it. Man, when you hit those notes, there's so much fun with that. Wait, what's up, Caitlin? I see Caitlin from the open mic, and Paul's friend is watching. You know what, Paul? I thought now I'm kind of inspired. Do you want to just do two more musical theater style? What's your battery like?
I'm on 25% right now.
Oh, you're set. Okay, two more, and then we'll let your battery die. Sound good?
You're
sure. Like, you son of a bee. If I need to talk about musical theater one more time, I'm going to go over there and give you an atomic wedgie.
I'm just trying to think of what songs I can do from memory.
Well, check out this. I'm going to play one, and then I'm sure you'll get some inspiration. It's a good one.
All right.
Oh, jeez Louise, though. Give me 2 seconds here. Yeah, man. So when do you realistically think we're gonna all be able to go back and see shows and do our musical thing again? In your opinion?
Probably not till September.
You
That's
really?
just what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Do you think Riot
But
Fest
at
is
the
going to
same
be
time,
canceled?
all the fests are going to be canceled, I think.
Jeez, man. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you're probably right. Caitlin says September, and yeah, that's what Paul said. September. Hey, Paul, I'm gonna show you a song that'll make you think you're in a different place. Okay? Because September is very sad to think about, but this song is very happy to think about. Okay, so just are you near a carpet?
I have a carpet.
Perfect. Okay, could you imagine it floating for a second?
Sure.
Perfect. Thank you,
God.
Paul. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or to wear masks, because we're only dreaming. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear. Now I'm in a whole new world, but now I'm in a whole new world with you. Oh, get a break.
Unbelievable.
There we go, Paul. Indescribable feeling, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world, 100,000 things to see. I'm like a shooting star, come so far. Now I can't go back to where I used to be. Whole new world. I'm gonna end it there. Thank you all so very much, Disney fans out there. I miss that song, dude. I miss the bubble cassette tapes so much. And I'm not gonna get Disney Plus. I'm over Disney now, but I do miss having those bubble cassette tapes and just being like, oh, we get to watch Aladdin or Fox and the Hound or the Avengers. Wait, no, not the Avengers. I'm thinking of different. Wait, no, isn't there the Avengers and it's two mice?
I don't know.
Am I right? Anyway, you got one for us, Paul, to close us out?
All right. In keeping with musical theater stuff, I've been dabbling with this song.
Sorry, Paul. Disclaimer before Paul starts. He was not in musical theater. It was only during singing lessons. Otherwise, he was a kick-ass football player who gave nerds noogies and shoved them into the lockers. Anyway,
I never did that.
Oh, okay. That's what they all say.
Quite honestly, I only played football because I liked the game, but I personally really didn't get along with my teammates at the time. So,
you seem
like
a very peaceful fellow, though, so I couldn't see you hitting anybody.
Well, time and place, right?
All right, take it away. Sorry to interrupt you.
All right. So in keeping the theme of musical theater stuff, I've been dabbling with this song, but I was hoping to have like a partner to do it with, but whatever. I'll be stretching my vocal range for this one.
Maybe Caitlin could help you. She's watching right now.
I dreamed a dream of time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die, I dreamed that God would be forgiving, and I was young and unafraid. And I can't remember the words. There is no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night. Something thunder, and they tear our hopes apart. Ah, fuck. You know what? Pardon my language. I really can't remember the damn song. Damn it.
It happens.
But once again, I'll...
Isn't there a part when we all come in with
Yeah.
flags and go, "We will fight the war, we want the fall, we want." Isn't that part of the song? I haven't seen that.
If I knew that this was going to be the theme, I would have had it ready.
I love that one. Well, you got to give us a clean one to end with then. It could be anything. It doesn't need to be musical theater.
All right. All right. I'll do an original song. Just one.
Yeah, there we go.
Do you want a nerdy song or do you want a relationship song?
I want a nerdy song because I don't want to think about relationships right now because I am single and I am bored as hell. Nerdy song.
What happened to that girl?
What?
What happened to the one? What happened to your girl that was with us when she was like, "Oh my God, I love David Bowie"? So I'm like, "Okay, I'll play you a Bowie song."
She is. We actually broke up a few months ago, before the end of the year, actually. Yeah, and then but she's still, we're still friends. We still talk. It wasn't a bad breakup or anything, and she still loves her music, and she still wants to see you in concert one day. Yeah, but she's good. But I am bored as hell. And I am single, so any potential ladies out there who like watching a dude play guitar all night and talk about musical theater, I know just the guy. All right, man, take it away.
All right. So nerdy song. All right. You've heard this one before. Here's Iron Fist. There's a story of a costume that John met. There were others, but he thought he'd up the ante. Doesn't have the means like Iron Man, nor does he have a master plan. Often sidekicks, but you don't want to mess with this. His name is Iron Fist. Grew far away to learn from ancient masters. Then became a master some years after. Learned to channel his G-War pain. Then learned the vigilante game. His opposition only means disaster. His name is Iron Fist. In his soul, he found a place between serenity and rage. He found a partner in the power line, aka Cage. Together they would be part-time Avengers on the side. Now they're all known as this. Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Here's a story of a costume that John had. He never forgets the cover story. Always tries to do good deeds. His ego is without greed. He is all guts, but gets no glory. His name is Iron Fist.
Yeah, I was getting into it actually. Man, dude, your voice sounds great, all nice and warmed and everything too. I'm sorry I have to cut this short, but that was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for coming on.
Who's on deck? Is it Kate?
Nope, it's over. This is the end. Nope. This is the end.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was you and me tonight.
People are gonna come in.
We were gonna have more people come in, but I think that everyone was enjoying you too much. That happens sometimes. Sometimes we have a lot of people who jump on, and sometimes we only have one. Just the way it goes. See?
Oh, wow.
You got a spew of hearts right there from somebody who was watching. Oh, Caitlin.
Sweet.
Yeah, Caitlin, if you want to jump on, you can jump on. I was going to end it because we've been on for an hour, and I'm hungry.
Demand that she go on.
Yeah, if she wants to come on, jump on in, but you got to go to that link. I don't know if it's. She asked if she could play next time. So yes, you can play anytime you want. But she probably got inspired because of all of our musical theater songs, Paul. I think
I'll have this Les Mis song ready by the time I go on next time. How about that?
You better, because we have some fans out here who are dying for some Les Mis. I want to hear like the whole thing. Dun 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. I want you to have at least 2 or 3 battle flags in the back when you're singing that one too. Okay, Hugh Jackman?
Oh, God.
Hey, Paul, it was great seeing you, man. I really, really appreciate you jumping on, and it's always good catching up with you, brother.
Likewise.
Sweet.
I can't wait till we do this like actually live again.
It seems like a million years away from now, and it seems like I'm just hoping that, man, if we can get back to Bills, we gotta really, I mean, everyone's gonna be, it'll be so jam-packed because everyone will be so sick of being inside that who knows? I don't know. I just want all good things to happen to Bills, to the open mic crew, to you, Paul, to everybody. So yeah, much love to you, Paul. Thanks for joining me.
All right.
See you guys later. That's the end. Later, Paul. It was a total pleasure seeing everybody tonight. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for joining us. Paul Ramirez. You can check him out on Smule Shy Bear. Shy Bear is his name. And I'm going to post it later if I got it wrong. Caitlin said she loves Paul. So, Paul, if you're still watching, she loves you. Hope everyone had a great night. It is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. So keep that in mind. Lots of love to you. Spread kindness, spread goodness. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.